welcome back to my channel, Make It with Mel. Sorry I took a little break. So the job that actually pays my bills and allows me to eat and make meals for Make It with Mel has been really busy, so I've just been exhausted, but that's no excuse. I'm back. While I was gone, I was definitely thinking about y'all and thinking about, damn, I never showed them what they actually need to get in the kitchen. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna show you guys your kitchen starter kits. So the first item up is definitely a pot and pan set. Now look, I'm not bringing out all my pots and pans, but I'll definitely list two options below. One is a little bit more of a, I guess, a higher end, if you can even have higher end in kitchenware. Actually, you can. So one is a little bit more expensive. The other one is definitely more affordable. I have not really splurged yet on pots and pans. So the first one that I'm going to list is definitely a splurge, and it's what I'm saving up to buy, just because I noticed that buying the more affordable options, while you know it is more in your budget, you are going to replace them annually. You just are. So I've noticed that, like, going over to my godparents' house or my mom's, like, they definitely have like more expensive cookware and they've had them for years. So I'm just like, let me just bite this bullet, spend this little money. So yeah, I'll list the two options below, and of course from the title, everything is from Amazon, because everything is from Amazon. I definitely love Amazon. I love Target and Walmart too, but Amazon's just easier. You're already paying a fee, so you might as well just get that free 2-day shipping. So let's get started on everything else. So the first item I definitely feel like you need is a cutting board. So you actually need two cutting boards. The first one I would definitely recommend is glass. Now this is a cutting board that you want to use for your meats and your seafood. You never want to use the same cutting board for your meats and your seafood that you're using for your peppers and your onions and everything else. I don't know, it's just not sanitary. Like, I feel like this is just easier to clean. You wipe it off with bleach, you toss it in your dishwasher, you know that it's been properly disinfected, you know that you're not spreading around germs to your other food, like you're avoiding salmonella poisoning. I don't know what you get from beef, but whatever you get from beef, you're avoiding that. It's just, I don't know, it's just cleaner. So definitely recommend a glass cutting board. And I don't know if I said this already, but all of the items will be listed below in links, and you can just click on those and purchase them for yourself. Second is a wood cutting board. Now I just love this because I also use it for like serving. So you could put like little cheese and stuff and like just make it all cute for when you have company. But for the most part, this is what I use to cut up like I said, like my peppers, my onions, potatoes. I'm sorry y'all, my accent comes out sometimes. Just hurt myself. But yeah, so definitely recommend a wood cutting board for that. Do not, I repeat, do not use meats or like seafood or poultry, whatever you want to call it, on a wood cutting board. I just don't think it's clean, just because all the like crevices that you create from like cutting. I don't know, I just feel like it's harder, and just don't. So speaking of cutting, definitely recommend a knife set. Now this knife set isn't the most expensive. I mean, I'm not a chef, like I'm not getting paid to run a restaurant, so I definitely go for a more affordable option. I always recommend getting one that has a knife sharpener, because you can get knives that aren't the most expensive, but if you sharpen them, they will dice and slice your food so easy, and you never want to cut up things with like a dull knife, just because it just makes it harder, and we're always here to make everything easier. So get you a knife set that has a sharpener, also one that has scissors. Now this is used for like, what do you call it, like parsley and like oregano and things like that. Like you definitely, it just makes it easier just to like chop those up on in there, especially when you're using it for like to garnish your food. It's really cute. So yeah, definitely get you a nice set. Okay, so next up are your measuring tools. Now I love like flashy things, I just do. So I got mine in rose gold. Got mine in rose gold, and I just think they're so pretty. So this came in a fourth, a third, a half a cup, and a full cup. That is very standard. Sometimes cooking, you can kind of not be exact, but when you're baking, you have to be exact. Like you just have to. Like one little wrong measurement can mess up your whole cake or pie or whatever. And it also came with like your teaspoon and tablespoon. So it has the 1/4 tablespoon, sorry, 1/4 teaspoon, 1/2, 1 full teaspoon, and 1 tablespoon. And again, like if you ever need like a half a tablespoon or something like that, you can always look up on Google to see like what that equals out to. But I always recommend having your measurement tools on deck. Again, just makes your life easier. Sorry, that was loud. So something else that's gonna be loud but necessary is your cooking utensils. Now we are just too old. I don't care how old you are. If you're cooking, you're too old to be mixing up your food with a fork. Let me tell you, one, it's just not, it's not good for your pots and your pans because you're scraping them. And then two, well, to piggyback off of scraping them, whatever the little particles are, you're gonna get that in your food. And I feel like that's just not healthy. Like there's just no way that that could be healthy. And yeah, like you're spending your money, especially if you're gonna spend the money on the higher quality cookware, you wanna make sure that you're preserving them. You don't wanna ruin them. So definitely you wanna get like your little soup spoon, regular mixing spoon. This is for pasta. Spatula. Don't know what this is for, but I always find use for it. I'm someone who I never know the proper names of things, but definitely get you your cooking utensils. Sorry again. Speaking of not knowing the proper names, for the longest, I called this a strainer. Now tell me if you knew the proper name. It's a colander. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly, but yeah, colander. Now you need this for pastas, and like if you are gonna cook like potatoes, for mashed potatoes and things like that, you definitely need it. I just call it a strainer, but the proper name is a colander. Funny story, one of my old roommates, his boyfriend was like, oh, do you have a colander? I was like, I don't know what that is. And he was like, no, it's right here. I was like, oh, you mean the strainer thing? He's like, yeah, you need to get out of Chicago. So anyway, yes, colander. Now, last but not least, this item is very dear to my heart, and that's your cast iron skillet. Now, if you want to make amazing meats, I definitely recommend having a cast iron skillet. It's good for cooking like bacon and steak and lamb chops. Oh my gosh, I love this for lamb chops, especially well any meat that you want to like sear and then put in the oven and then kind of like sear it again. Cast iron skillet. It's easy because you're just using the one skillet, and you can bake in it. I know like a lot of people will make like a Dutch pancake, things like that. It's just my everything. Like I will even use this sometimes over my other skillets. So this is definitely a must-have. So this is just our starter kit. I definitely have other items that I feel like you need in your kitchen. I'll make a video like little hacks, little tools to like make your, you know, cooking experience easier. If you have any items below that you cannot have a kitchen and not have those items in them, please list them. I could be missing out on something. You never know. But yeah, don't forget, if you have any questions, let me know. If you have any food videos that you want to see, comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Melissa Revealed. I don't know why I always do that, but I just feel like I'm like revealing myself. But yeah, so I will see you guys next time, and thank you for watching.